It's the Jim and Terry Show, two retired guys with a coffee and a whole lot of things that they've heard this week from TV, from podcasts, from social media, from the newspaper.
From live people.
And real people in conversation.
Face to face.
Face to face.
By the way, thank you very much for a wonderful breakfast, and this coffee's delicious.
Well, you're quite welcome. And now that you've had your coffee, you got to earn that dinner.
Oh, okay.
Start talking, my friend. What have you heard this week?
Well, I haven't heard nothing.
Okay, well, I'm going to start off with...
I've heard that someone in the United States government is talking about bringing back the firing squad.
What a place to start.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you heard the firing squad's coming back? That means the death penalty is coming back. It's making a resurgence. Of course, these are the things that people on the right, law and order parties, would want. More death penalties, more criminals being executed. That's the law and order.
Yeah, and why not just start at the same time bringing back, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, cut a hand off if you're a thief. Oh, sorry, you just were found out that you actually didn't do that. Sorry about the hand. We can sew it back, but it's been 3 months.
And why not, while you're at it, reinstate Margaret Atwood's Handmaid's Tale, where you have breeders. What are women good for? Barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Or what they call nowadays the trad wife. Have you heard that expression?
I haven't.
Trad meaning short for traditional, which means the father knows best. Post-World War II, Leave It to Beaver kind of family, nuclear family. Dad goes off in a nice car and goes to the factory and works and comes home, and mother has the slippers ready and a cigar and a brandy, and the kids fetch him his newspaper and bring it to him and leave him alone so he can...
Wow. Makes me want to go back in time. No, I'm kidding.
Well, apparently a Gen Z poll said that more than 40% of Gen Z would rather have lived in a previous time period.
I can understand that. I really can. And for me, it would be the 50s after the war, because that to me looked like it was, everybody was happy in their role, even though it was very male dominant. Everybody looked happy in it. The guy was supposed to go to work, and the woman was supposed to keep the house clean. It looked good. It looked as only a kid.
It looked good in the movies. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it looked good in the movies. It looked good in the pictures.
In the movies.
The women were always in
Cosmopolitan magazine,
dresses,
Better
like
Housekeeping,
beautiful dresses,
Homes and Gardens. Yeah. Okay. So Life as a magazine. Is that what you're saying? The 1950s?
Well,
were?
I mean, I as I said, it's easy for me to say stuff like this now. But
yeah, as a white guy, it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
I'm referring to the Supreme Court overturning
come on,
rights.
That's not fair. It would be equal for every
everyone,
race, every race. The women know their place.
There you go. I was waiting for that to slip out. The real misogyny comes out. All right, so have you heard a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense to me as a retired guy looking back on life? Would I rather live at any other point in the past? I don't think so.
No, live in the time, as one of my sons would say, live in the moment.
Live in the moment, yeah, the present.
No, I'm observing even all of this negativeness that you find in me. I do find a bright, glorious light at the end of the tunnel.
You are not a Pollyanna, but you are an end times apocalyptic. Yeah. Jesus will come riding on the white stallion from the heavens.
Yeah.
And you're going to be surprised if he comes in a UFO.
No.
With Captain Kirk.
No, I think he'll come the way he said he's going to, but it could be a metaphor. I don't know.
I think it would be a metaphor, given that the
only thing I know is the earth is going to hell in a handbasket, and I don't care what anybody says. There's more evil being invented now than there's ever been. Even the ads on TV.
You're talking about technology enabling
even
evil?
the ads on TV, it started off with just, you can get it on with a 25-year-old if you're 80, if you buy our pill. Now the screen's showing almost an orgy where there's 6 examples of people getting it on, and all you got to do is get this one product and you can have it. I'm just looking at debauchery like crazy here. So I don't believe the world is getting better. I think we're just getting numb to the fact that it's getting eviler.
Well,
or darker.
Okay, darker. Yeah, so we could measure the darkness by the number of orgies in a commercial for Viagra or whatever product is being displayed. But is that all just another form of misogyny? Because that's a pill for a man.
but they're using the women to promote it. One of
So
the ads
who's the
was
target audience?
my 69-year-old grandpa-like
Oh my
guy
God, Jim,
is
we're
hung
the
like a
target.
horse and everything else, and they're all girls that are telling this, and they're all great-shaped, wonderful
Where
girls.
are you seeing this? Is this on social media? Because it's not on
No,
me.
regular television. You kidding?
What?
You're kidding? Regular television.
Wow.
In between hockey games, in between news bulletins.
I guess I got to watch more TV.
Well, no. I mean, but I find it, and I'm glad I find it appalling. I try to turn away, but it's there. You got to see first what you got to turn away
You're
from.
finding debauchery as a sign of the end times. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. How about the number of online gambling? And how about the guy who got charged
Unbelievable.
from the Special Forces in Venezuela operation?
And his head needs to roll. I don't mean dead, but you get my point. He made $400,000 on that attack, jeopardizing the safety of the whole mission so that he could get $400,000. How much is that's going on? We know it happened in this final, we're going to kill you all annihilation war. That happened on that attack too. Several people made a lot of money knowing exactly when.
Is that
those
not being
attacks.
investigated now by the
Yeah, but it's being
Federal
investigated to the point
Communications?
of who actually made the real big money. Then it just kind of goes away, doesn't it?
Yeah, because the real big money is by those at the very top.
Very top, pulling all the strings. Yeah, so it's
How about those Epstein files?
yeah. Well, did you hear what
King Charles?
Winnipeg, Manitoba?
Oh, Wob Canoe, the premier.
Did you? I loved what he said. They were interviewing him for our viewers, and they said, something about not putting American booze on the shelves or something. He says, well, when they drop the tariff. And the guy goes, what tariff? All of the tariffs.
Yeah.
You want them to drop
Because
all
they
of the
were
tariffs?
all put on randomly, arbitrarily.
You
It
want
wasn't
them
our
to drop
fault.
all the tariffs?
He broke the treaty.
That's it? And he goes, well, that and the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. And then maybe we will put your booze back on our
And if he
shelves.
asked for Elvis Presley's belt or cape or something, then okay. Wob Canoe is showing some definite leadership in Canada against this whole thing, and Trump still doesn't like Canadians.
No,
No matter what he says. And there's that friend of Pierre Poilievre's,
shut
the guy
up.
from Oshawa, I can't remember his name now, who's best buddies with J.D. Vance, who said, I have a message from Canadians after going down to visit J.D. Vance in Washington.
Traitor.
Trump loves you.
Yeah, Trump loves you. Sure he does. He's already said we're the worst people ever. We're just sucking off their teat.
Yeah.
And that he wants to break us financially. This is why I don't understand anybody defending what's going on. And I even had someone the other day said, you know what, Canadians deport people too. I know someone who was a nurse that just got deported because she came here as a nurse to help through COVID. And now they're sending her home. I said, every country deports, but her time is up.
Yeah,
you got to
should-
go home or apply for something else.
Yeah, there are ways to get
That
in.
is not the deportation you're seeing in the United
No,
States.
you're separating
Not
families.
even close.
No, not even
Every
close.
country deports people because every country has people here illegal. And even if you were brought in as an honorary person and you stayed longer than you should, you've now broken the law. But they won't go and snatch you out of some hockey arena. They'll just go to your door and say you need to leave.
There is no equivalent, I don't think, to ICE, which Trump wants to rename NICE. Did you hear about that?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, he wants
See-
to be the National Immigration and Customs
What you
Enforcement.
have to understand about Trump and what he loves, and this is what I call evil, and you call whatever
Dark, sinister,
sinister.
left-handed.
He likes fear. He wants fear in you. He wants you to be afraid. And so that's why he loves ICE, because it makes everybody afraid, everybody on edge, everybody wondering. That's what he wants.
Who's next? Who's going to be shot?
He's a mob boss.
Renee Good and
mob boss.
Preddy?
Yeah.
So the guy who did the shooting of Renee Good is back on the force, I understand, with no consequences, no charges, clean slate.
Of course it would be.
Of course.
Yeah.
What kind of American are you?
Yeah, that's a frightening thing.
Very frightening. The line from Civil War, the movie. Well, it's close to reality here. All right, let's wrap up with other exciting news. Have you heard? I wanted to talk more about the if the guy ran naked, it would have been better. They call him the Streak. The guy ran so fast through the White House Correspondents' dinner. But what about all the reporters? Did you find that interesting that they all had their cell phones out and they were all walking around?
And they were all in the area.
And did you see one journalist who just sat calmly in his seat through the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, almost like I saw this coming. Because what it was is Trump was going to badmouth the media at a place where you're supposed to have good-natured fun. He was going to do that.
Apparently, he was going to let it rip in a speech.
Apparently, he was going to let it rip. Isn't that funny that Caroline Levitt said, and there will be shots fired? Isn't that funny? That was just a term. I've never heard that term come from her mouth before. And lo and behold, there was shots fired.
Violent rhetoric from Caroline Levitt.
Nobody, even that other, they say that one of the FBI guys got shot. No, they didn't. No, he didn't. Apparently, he did. Nobody got shot. Nobody died. The guy got bullied down to the ground. And what's the information? What's the back thing? Have you heard much about him? Is he just going to go away?
In our next podcast, let's link it up to Butler, Pennsylvania. Is it all the ruse?
Well,
Jimmy Terry shows. Stay tuned.
They killed that supposedly
Bye-bye for
assassin.
now.
It's complicated, this relationship I have with my